Hey, if you guys, see us out here doing this show and you want your beer to get a 5, squeeze the palms a little bit.
Hey, come on, integrity, man. We got people that depend on these reviews.
Hey, man, integrity, my pockets, bro.
Hey, 2023 Blast is accepting payola.
Man, season 3, we try and get paid.
What's a trash brew you had that if you review right now, you take payola and give it a 5?
Oh, man.
Astronaut food. Hey, if they grease my pockets, man, I'll go ahead and I'll lighten up that load on them.
They gotta grease your pockets so you can afford it.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Yeah, go ahead, Eli.
It's still a sore spot for B-Dub. It is still a sore spot, man.
All right, man.
Hops and Stocks podcast is presented by 100 Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice.
I'm Spoke affiliated from the city of Jim.
Welcome back to the Hops and Stocks podcast, brought to you by 100 Spoke Media Group. This is episode 64 of season 3. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Top of the year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Want to wish everybody out there Happy New Year, 2023. How's everybody's week been going, man?
Slow.
Slow.
Yeah, slow. I'm glad the holidays are over with, man. It's a lot of hustle and bustle.
True.
Man, I've been getting, excuse me, been bombarded with work. I've had the last 2 weeks of last year off. And so when you come back, it's just like, why can't I just take the rest of the year off? Seriously, bro, like email after email and report after report. It's like, okay, man, this entrepreneur shit gonna have to hurry up and crack off.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like, so I can take all January off. But yeah, man, we want to, first and foremost, we want to send, our thoughts and prayers to the family of DeMar. Well, actually, he's still here with us, so I want to make it seem like he passed away. But anybody was watching Monday Night Football saw the incident that happened with DeMar Hamlin, Cincinnati Bills and the Bengals. So prayers out to that guy. I hope he makes a full recovery. Probably some of the scariest things I ever saw on a football field. But
yeah, it sounds like reports were pretty positive. As positive as can be. It sounded like there was progress, man. So
yeah,
keep him in your thoughts and prayers, man, and hopefully he, makes a full recovery.
Yeah, I think his uncle said he's doing better, still fighting. So yeah, but like we always do about this time, we haven't potted in so long, man. I feel like I'm off
my game too.
Yeah, like
we are them.
we want to apologize for a rough pod, man. We got to get back into the swing of things, man. But, give us an episode or two and we be back at it. But like we always do about this time, we're going to hop right off into these beers. I'm going to pass it to my screen left, B-Dub. What you got, man?
Happy New Year. So definitely let's talk about it. So first episode, season 3, is this Angry Chair collab with Untitled Art.
Oh, yeah.
I had this last year.
I like Angry Chair.
So I figured I had to, review this on a pod. This is a caramel coconut cookie pastry stout. So you already know it's a dessert stout, so it's going to be sweet. I already poured him on up with my new glassware. Compliments of E.
Oh, okay. All right. That's brand new.
Hey, you got that. You didn't say nothing about the memo.
What?
What I paid for? I paid for some tickets for you.
And you didn't get the memo when I sent you that Zelle.
Oh, I gotta go back and look at it.
Look at that joint. You're gonna love it.
For fear of being canceled, we won't divulge.
Okay. This is love. So what this is caramel. It's got that toasted chocolate note. It's sweet, but not aggressively sweet. It's purposely sweet, but not overly aggressively sweet. Chocolate, it's got that graham cracker. It's got that vanilla. This is done really well. It's coming in at 11.7, so it's got some sting to it. I enjoyed this the first time I had it. I didn't get a pack of it. I bought singles of it. I bought another single of it, but yeah, this is love right here. I can taste everything I wanted in here: caramel, the coconut, the cookie in here, the brown sugar, the vanilla, everything. Everything is a nice well blend. This has to be
Yeah, I was
easily.
gonna say it's sounding pretty close to something.
I mean, I want to give it that fever, but I don't know if I can start off the year with a fever.
If it is, it is.
All right. Well, what you said it was easy. What is it an easy?
An easy 4.5.
Okay.
Easy 4.5. But I mean, if we're gonna shoot for the stars this season, I'm gonna give it a 5, man.
How long has it been in the glass?
Okay.
I put it in there at 10 till 7.
Okay.
Damn,
So-
you starting off the new year with a bang.
Yeah.
Did you say what the ABV was?
11 something.
11.7.
11.7. Oh,
So
check out the boxes of a dope stout.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you already know where Untitled's from. It's from Waunakee, Wisconsin, and Angry Chair's from, I believe,
They're in Tampa, or at least
Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. So this is a lovely collab right here.
Man, whenever you see UA and Angry Chair,
Yeah,
that's fire.
they don't miss, man.
Yeah. Now, we have had some suspect UA. So I wonder if Angry Chair is really the cats driving the boat.
So I've been to Angry Chair. They're down in Tampa. I think they're. Well, I don't want to say I think they're down in Tampa. I know they're in Tampa. I don't know if they have any breweries or tap houses anywhere else, but everything that I had when I was down there was fire. Like I probably spent about 100 on flights because I was just trying everything because they wasn't missing. It's a real small spot, man. Like it almost just looked like kind of like a little bar. But yeah, Angry Chair, they don't miss for me.
So I can't get Angry Chair down here. So when I seen this available, I was like, let me go ahead and check it out. If it's love, I'll come back and get it. Came back within a couple of days and came and picked up another one. This is the last one, so that's why I asked you. Did you have it at your spot, Blast?
Yeah, I'll take a look for you, man. We usually stay pretty well stocked in UA.
But yeah, man, chocolate, graham cracker, cocoa nibs, everything you want in stout. Now, if you lactose sensitive, no, drink at your own
What you want me
risk.
to get, a 6 for you, or get the whole 6 for you, or the 4, whatever it comes?
It's probably
you
a 4.
You give me a 4.
All right.
Yeah, easily 4.5. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5. We're gonna start this pod off right. 5 for the season 3, and it is what it is. What you got there, Blast?
Well, it's kind of tough sledding for me today. I didn't get a chance to make it over to my spot, so I had to, reach for something that was already in the fridge. I got Toppling Goliath. They're out of Iowa, Decorah, Iowa. And I have a pineapple papaya Fandango. It's a kettle sour beer, pineapple and papaya. Here's what the can looks like. I think the homie Doug had a cherry Fandango from this brewery before. Quick description. It says, conjure up warm weather vibes with this kettle sour. Tropical papaya and fresh squeezed pineapple juice will transport your taste buds to a tropical wonderland, sweet, tart, and then sweet again. So, in honor of it being like 60 up in the natty, we're going to do a little warm weather joint. Here you go. I can smell that sour, which may not be a good sign for me, but
That's the kind of beer you get when you go to the Caribbean. That's the first beer you crack.
whoa, fire.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got that tart on it, but it ain't so much so, at least for me, to deter me from this brew. We're talking easy right out the gate. So when you hear the word easy from us, that means the brew is straight. Yeah, man, that's fire. Let me see what I imagine the ABV is probably a little light on it.
6.
5. It's a 5er on the ABV. Man, I think they do. I'm definitely getting the pineapple, and I'm definitely getting, I don't know if I can tell you what papaya tastes like, but I'm definitely getting all of that tropical in there. Shoot, one more try.
It's two things. If you keep going in for multiple sips, either it's fire or you're trying to determine how trash it is.
Yeah.
So you already said it's easy. So we
It's
know it's on the
easy.
other end of that spectrum,
Yeah. It's
upper
easy.
echelon spectrum. So how fire?
Bruh. I'm
Bruh.
Hey,
I'm kind of torn. And I mean, when you throw in the fact, look at that price right there, man. This is on clearance. Fudge it,
Blast.
man. Let's give it a 5.
Yeah, if it did everything it said it was supposed to do on the can.
I was gonna give it a 4.75 because it's a little light in the ass. But you know, when you throw in that 99-cent price for the value, this is a 5.
man, 2 5s.
2 5s, right?
Yes, man. Well,
I mean, they nailed the notes. You know, you would like it to hit you a little bit harder, but I'll take this at 99 cents any day, man. A matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and get some more.
That's 2 nickels right there.
and I feel like there's pressure on me, man. Actually, it ain't pressure on me. It's pressure on Pontoon Brewing.
Hey, if you guys, you know, see us out here doing this show and you want your beer to get a 5, you know, squeeze the palms a little bit.
man. Come on, integrity, man. We got people that depend on these reviews.
Hey, man, integrity, my pockets, brother.
Hey, 2023 Blast is accepting payola.
Man, season 3, we try and get paid.
What's a trash brew you had that if you review right now, you take payola and give it a 5?
Oh, man.
Astronaut food. Hey, if they grease my pockets, man, I'll go ahead and I'll lighten up that load on them.
They gotta grease your pocket so you can afford it.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Yeah, go ahead.
It's still a sore spot for B-Dub. It is still a sore
man.
spot, man.
All right, man. So back to this Pontoon Brewing and this very unique name, Tropical Clusterfuck. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I bought it. Plus, it's great can art, man. Like I said,
Yeah, that's the love.
Spell that, man. Spell that.
Tropical Cluster.
I mean, did they spell it out funny?
Nah, it's so it's F hashtag $% apostrophe.
Okay.
It's
the real deal F word.
Yeah. So it's like my light is shining on it, but yeah.
Might mean it's a 5 if it's getting that shine.
So I said that I was never gonna pronounce this beer style wrong again, so I actually just looked it up. So this is a Bierlina style Weiss. Weisse. Bierlina style Weisse.
Hey, I'm just gonna set some groundwork. This is one of the favorite styles of the podcast. So, you know, I'm not saying it's gonna get that grade, but
we checking in at 7%, and I think me and Blast must have, you know what I'm saying? What's that? ESP, where you communicate with each other.
Oh yeah.
Because the notes on this joint is papaya, passion fruit, guava, pineapple, vanilla, and a little bit of that toast, lactose.
Hey, that sounds like right up my alley, man.
Yeah, so this looks very similar to what Blast had. I think it's a little more cloudier.
Yeah, I think you're a little thicker.
Yeah. But let me go in and taste this joint.
Okay.
He went with a double sip.
That's 2
right
sips
off the bat.
real quick, so we don't know.
It's dope. I'm just trying to. The second sip was see if I could separate the notes. It's damn good off of that first sip. Like it's really, really good. Has a little sourness to it. Nothing major. I'm trying to separate the notes because right now I'm getting a lot of vanilla, papaya.
Okay.
To me, papaya and guava is almost really kind of similar. So I'm trying to taste the pineapple.
If they would have took one of them out and put like a passion fruit in there.
I think there is passion fruit. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, it has all the joints: papaya, passion fruit, guava, pineapple, and vanilla. Like that's a great dessert. It's fire. I can't go 5 though because I can't separate all the notes.
Yeah, don't let us pressure you into a nickel, man. I mean,
nah, it's not. It's and the only reason it's not a 5 is once again, I think we all grade on does it deliver what's on this in this can? It delivers a very fine brew, but I'm only, and one is because I think these fruits are all so similar. They're kind of just muddied together, but it's dope. I'm gonna give it 4.5, man. Like I said, it's dope. I don't want to act like it's trash or nothing. It's really dope. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, all these different fruits, they kind of just mesh together and they're not really separated. So I'm not getting all of the notes. But yeah, Tropical Cluster F by Pontoon Brewing. They're
I've
out of
never
Georgia.
had anything from Pontoon, man.
They're out of Georgia, down by Atlanta, Sandy Springs.
Okay.
Well, I think it might be by Atlanta. I know the first time I had it, I was in Atlanta. But they started distributing here in Nashville maybe a year ago. And they do a lot of sours, fruited stuff, IPAs. I rock with them.
The UA and Angry Chair, they did another collaboration, didn't they? Wasn't it like cookies and cream? Eric, you might have had it or something.
Yeah,
It was
I know I
something.
had that cookies and cream. I feel like there's been even more than 2 though that they've done.
So the cookies joint, that was a collaboration with UA, or that was a solo dolo one?
Yeah, UA and Angry Chair. I don't think I've ever had Angry Chair by itself. It's always
Okay.
been with UA.
I think they did them. I don't have it in there, but I thought they did that macadamia white chocolate one. I thought, I could be wrong.
From UA.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they like I said, they collabs. They don't miss when they together. And like I said, I think Angry Chair is dope by itself from the stuff that I tried when I was down at their brewery.
And see, the thing with UA is they do stouts really well. Out of their brew house, I think that's what they do. That's their flagship as far as their lineup is their stouts. But the knock on them is their stouts all taste the same. The not the can work, but the titles are dope. But when you start tasting all of them, they don't really vary. They all stay on the same line. But this one, with this collab, it tastes different than all their other stouts. I don't know what Angry Chair brought to the table, but whatever they did in that mixing, they had a little something, some Salt Bay in there or something, man. That's love, man.
they bring something to the table, man, for sure. When you see Angry Chair, they're doing something.
Yeah.
That's love right there, man. Lovely.
But I don't think we necessarily had a topic for the show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Once again, just getting back into the swing of things.
It's good seeing y'all brothers again, man.
Yeah, for sure,
No
man.
doubt, man. I definitely missed hanging out. I mean, even though we chop it up daily on the text thread, but yeah. It's weird having a Wednesday go by and knowing that, I ain't got to get set up and all of that good stuff, man. That is weird.
To all of y'all who don't know, we talk all day, every day on text. I was saying it's from like 6 a.m. to, you know what I'm saying, maybe 10 at night.
It don't stop.
It doesn't stop.
I'm gonna tell you the weird thing is when other people know the pod schedule and you got like 2 weeks off and they're like, you got pod tonight, right? Like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we took a break for, you know what I'm saying, to wrap up the end of the year.
A little breather.
I tell you what's funny. During Christmas, my cousin called me. She was like, she was asking about Christmas and stuff. She was like, "Do you like those virtual reality glasses?" I was like, "I never had one." My homeboy I said, Eric got one. She's like, "Which one is he? The one from Tennessee?" That's like, she watches the pie, man. I'm like, yeah. That's why I actually bought the glasses, because I got it in a box right here. I haven't tried them on yet.
Oh man, you gotta go ahead and get set up, man. I'll and tell me when you on. I'll point you into the direction of where it goes down.
I already know what that is, man. Some type of yarn.
Nah, nothing like that. But
he's always directing you towards
nah, it's not like, you can find that, but I'm talking about like just some of the little virtual worlds, man. Like some dude, I don't know who he was. Like I went to Horizon Worlds, right? And you can, I'm saying, it's a virtual world. Like you can actually like buy real estate and stuff in there. And so some cat, I don't know where he's from, you know what I'm saying? Obviously black dude, like he comes up to me like, "Hey, bro, come check out these 4 condos that I'm selling." Like it's a legit conversation. Like we having a legit conversation about buying these virtual condos. And I'm like, man, this is weird. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the conversation between me and him was like two real people, obviously. And then you got your little like avatars or whatever they are. But he's really walking me around these condos and he's showing me these condos in like the virtual world. Like they literally have like, I don't know, hundreds of floors and people actually own these spaces and you can actually sell them to people and make money off of them. It's really dope, man. And once again, I think the whole, you know, with the NFTs and kind of the collapse of Bitcoin, some of that steam kind of got knocked out of, you know what I'm saying, the metaverse and all that, but it's still really interesting when you're out there, man.
Yeah, that's what I remember Lil Nick talking about it when he was on the pod. So
yeah,
y'all want to go
like
back.
we had a whole episode about that, and I remember there was like a specific question about things you could do in the metaverse.
So if y'all want to go back and revisit that episode, it's the episode with Lil Nick on there. Well, it ain't Lil Nick on there. It's something different.
Yeah,
It was in the 30s,
Isaacs
one or something like that.
something like that. Yeah, season 2 for sure. Towards the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Get up on the metaverse. And
Well, man, I don't want to per se have y'all revisit, you know, the college football playoff. I just want y'all to talk about, you know, the experiences. Our guy E was actually on location in Atlanta, and you know, he checked out his Buckeyes. They put up a hell of a fight against the Dogs. Came up a little short, but you know, E, how was the experience?
Experience was dope, man. I believe, yeah, that's my first bowl game that I've gone to, you know what I'm saying, for Ohio State. I've been to, you know, several regular season games, but that was the first bowl game I went to. And I don't know why I wanted to really go. Probably one, because Atlanta's only 3.5 hours away from me. I got a homeboy that stays down there, so I don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, hotels and all that, you know what I'm saying, crazy prices or anything like that to, you know what I'm saying, to stay. But drove down there, went to the game, got there about like 7, about an hour before kickoff. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is some futuristic, you know what I'm saying, super dope stadium, man. Like it's humongous. And so as soon as I get there, it's a sea of red. Well, both the Buckeyes and Georgia is red, so you can't really tell who's who. You know what I mean? And like we're standing in line. I posted a couple things on Instagram, and the Georgia fans get to doing they chant. The Buckeye fans get to doing they chant. So, I mean, it's just lit from the start. You know what I mean? You go in there and, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere is electric. So, you know, me, first thing I do is like, show me the brew. So I go, you know what I'm saying, cop a beer. Can't remember what I had, man. I think I took a picture of that too.
what's some prices, man?
Actually, dope.
Yeah, I've heard Mercedes-Benz Stadium, at least for college, has good prices on food and drink.
Yeah, I had an IPA. It might have been Voodoo Ranger. Might have been a Voodoo Ranger and a like a pour, might have been Makers or something like that, and it was like $20. You know what I'm saying? So to me, for a stadium, like if you walking away only spending a dub for 2 drinks, like that's good prices.
12 or 16?
It was 16.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was 16. It was in it was draft. I think it was draft. Might have been can. I don't know. My brain is kind of foggy from that game. But ironically, so I'm sitting next. I had bought. There was a group of originally 4 people, so it was 3 people, and they had sold the 4th ticket. So I had the 4th ticket of this group of 3. And they was from Ohio. So I was on the Buckeye side, and some young cats from Toledo, and man, they get lit. You know what I mean? So they start like buying me beers. I'm like, hey man, I was like, time out. I was like, I appreciate, but I actually I need to be focused trying to watch this game. They getting right. Like they had been tailgating and all that throughout the day. But you know what I'm saying? If y'all watch the game, obviously, you know what I'm saying, Ohio State comes out and they look really good. Throughout the whole game, they look good. Sans what bit them in the ass against, you know what I'm saying, B-Dub's team, giving up the big plays. But the energy was still electric on both sides. I mean, it was probably 55-45, you know what I'm saying, as far as percentage. Ohio State always travels well, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, GA, and I think they're in Athens. I don't know. I think it's an hour or 2 from Atlanta. They play in their backyard. So, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times when the crowd get when they want to flex and get real loud, then yeah, you could tell that we was, you know what I'm saying, in Georgia. It was an awesome game, man. It came down to, you know what I'm saying, a field goal. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I think I had texted one of my dudes. I was like, man, I just got a feeling that we're gonna win this game because CJ was just moving the ball on that last drive, and then it kind of stalled out at like the 50. And Noah Ruggles, he's never kicked a 50-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? Even indoors, I think it would still have been a struggle for him. And obviously he missed. But I wasn't too down because, you know what I'm saying, nobody gave Ohio State a chance. I mean, I think there was a 7.5 point underdog. You know what I'm saying? They backed into the playoffs. They had been playing like trash basically over the last month. And so for them to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, push the defending champions and the number one, you know what I'm saying, team to a, excuse me, one point victory. I'm not the moral victory cap, but I didn't walk up out of there like, oh damn, we got, you know what I'm saying, we didn't belong. Like they showed that they belong. And so that's, you know what I'm saying, that's all you can take from it. But next year, you know what I mean, we'll see. Losing a lot of key players next year, probably namely CJ Stroud. He actually ran this game, which you kind of look back and say, damn, bro, could you have done that all year?
Man, it wasn't like, you know, electrifying runs. It was, you know, just enough.
Yeah, he was doing what he needed to do to keep the change moving. And I think that's what all Ohio State fans have just asked for him all year, is just, man, just keep the change moving. And that's kind of all you need. Like, everybody don't have to be Vic or Lamar Jackson. You just need you to get busy and get that 5 yards when you need to get it. But
I'm a Michigan fan, you know, through and through, but I respect Stroud's game.
mm-hmm.
I personally think, and this is on camera and everything, I think he's better than JJ. That dude is surgical with that ball, man.
Mm-hmm.
He don't throw the ball, but what he make up and not being mobile, he well makes up for it in just accuracy, man. That dude, he's just pinpoint accurate. I mean, Marvin Harrison is a good receiver, but everything ain't, you know, he makes some good catches, but the way CJ puts it on him, man, on the sideline, I mean, he's a good quarterback. And I watched that first drive of yours. I was hammered by that time. I kind of passed out. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I mean, and, you know, just kind of getting off into how we kicked it a little bit. Me and B-Dub and Doug and several of the other homies, we got together. That was Saturday, right? The same day as the game. Yeah, we got together a little early up at, you know, one of our favorite spots, BJ's, at Austin Landing. And, you know, we kicked it pretty tough there. Hey, you know, the beer might not be the best, man, when the flight is $8.
BJ's is, because I used to live, when I lived out there by Y'all Blast in Westchester, I used to go to the BJ's up there by Tri-County. I like their food though, but
the food was fire, man.
The food is good. The beer is trash.
Before you got on, I asked Blast. I said, "Man, what'd you have?" He was like, "Man, beer or food?" I said, "Food." I didn't say nothing about the beer. I mean, it's good food.
We had a good time though, man. You know, our homie Marlon was, and Big D was in effect.
Big
you know,
D.
Big D. So
Free was there.
You already know how it goes when Big D is in the house.
Hey, Josh was there.
Yeah. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah. It just was weird that.
We might as well say Devin too. We gotta include everybody, man. Shout out to Devin. Hey,
Barry
Devin.
there.
You know what you gotta do for me, Devin.
What?
I can't be putting it out there like that because everybody might be trying to hop on. So we already had that discussion though. Carry on.
Yeah. Text me about that because I don't know what we're talking about.
Man, you're gonna be trying to get on too, man.
Well, okay, but
it's all love, man.
But yeah, like Blast said, like normally at the end of the year, all the fellas get together. We pick a spot. I think that was our second time going to BJ's.
Yeah, it's kind of like equidistant for the cats in the Natty and the cats in Dayton. So
good food, good atmosphere. The bar is stellar. It looks sweet.
Oh yeah, their bar is sweet.
Yeah.
They probably better known for their liquor than they are as far as like, you know, hops and brew. I think they known for their sweet tea too. But I had a flight of, what was it, 4? Is it 4 or 5?
4. Theirs was 4s.
4. So out of the 4, one was definitely trash. One of them was borderline. Two was good.
Hey man, I didn't even run it back. Like I just went one flight and was done.
I went one flight and then I re-upped on one of them that was stellar and just got a glass of it. It was a
I remember seeing you with that glass.
It was a pumpkin ale. So if
yeah,
you go to,
that ain't even theirs. That's Southern Tier.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was easily a 4.25, 8% beer. I like pumpkin ales though, man. So that was the first one I picked off that flight, and it turned out to be good. And then she recommended one that was fire, and then the other two I whiffed on them. That was trash.
Yeah,
but yeah, good outing.
Yeah,
I brought my gimbal to get some footage, and I don't know why I didn't get. I was talking too much. That's what it was.
Yeah, we was kicking it too hard, man.
Way too hard.
I don't know, B-Dub. I thought your game was entertaining. I don't know if you want to say anything. If not, we can move on.
It was one of the worst games of the season for Michigan. And I said this before the game. If we don't try to reinvent the wheel, we'll beat TCU probably 9 times out of 10. And what we do, we just do everything that wasn't Michigan football. Get inside the 2-yard line and we run some trickeration Philly special play that just add up character for us. Then we start handing the ball to linebackers who don't. It just was a clusterfuck.
So B-Dub already knows how deep the hatred runs between Ohio State and Michigan fans. There was literally people in line going into Mercedes-Benz with their phones out, like holding it up so the crowd can see. So I was watching. I want to say by about 7 o'clock, y'all was late into the fourth quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
And so when you actually get into the stadium, Mercedes-Benz has like this huge circular screen, and they had the game up there. And like, obviously, when they lose, Ohio State fans go bananas. It was just like it's crazy how, like I said, how deep the hatred runs. You know what I'm saying, between those two teams, man.
I mean, it is what it is. It's the best rivalry in sports, in my opinion.
I agree. Blast doesn't agree.
If you think otherwise, drop your comments in the chat and let me know about it. But in my opinion, it's the best rivalry in sports, not just college, in sports. But I will be going to that game this year, so
I'm there, man. That's what we need to start doing, man. I mean, we both do well enough to buy tickets every year, and you know what I'm saying, and make it a annual get together, man.
You know what you saying? Your first bowl game. Yeah, I've been to 2. And I mean, it's a fun experience, man, because you know, for the most part, you get half the stadium in one color, half the stadium in another. And especially if you're kind of just going in as an observer, you know, you can have a good time because you just want to see a good game. So I think that mic should be on our list, man, is, you know, hit a bowl game or whatever.
I'm for it, man. Going to the Ohio State Michigan game this past year in Columbus, and that obviously I went when I was a student, and then I've been one time before as an adult. So this was my second time as as alumni. There's nothing. A lot of times I'm more TV than I am watching the games because I just feel like it depends on what kind of seat you have. But there's nothing like the atmosphere. You can't recreate atmosphere on your couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just from the emotion, the fans,
the band.
Even what happens between commercial breaks, like the things, like it's just, I love live football. I've had season tickets, you know, to Bengals, to Titans. So I love going to live football games. And like I said, I don't think that I don't want to say ever, but I think every year for sure I'm buying Ohio State Michigan tickets, that at least the home tickets for sure.
This will be my first time going to a Michigan Ohio State game, but definitely I'm there. So whenever they go on sale, when is it? You said August?
it should be around August that you should be able to get them.
So I'm expecting to pay like, at least 3.
Probably about 3, but it's better than waiting to the end of the year when they both end up being good, and then the game is actually like, okay, this game means something. In worst case scenario, you can just sell them if it's, you know what I'm saying, the Blizzard or, you know what I'm saying, they both trash, which it has a.
I'm still going though. If they trash, it is what it is. I'm still going, man.
I've
been to the big house before though, but
I've never been. So that'll be interesting to.
yeah.
I know my homeboy Jay, who's been on the podcast before, me and him went to O State, Michigan in Columbus, and he didn't have on no Michigan gear. I was like, bro, you can wear your stuff. He was like, nah, man. I was like, dude, ain't nobody gonna mess with you, man. I was like, you could have wore your gear. I was like, man, if I come to the big house, I'm dripped in red. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dripping.
Y'all travel well, but it's gonna trip you out how Michigan's stadium is designed because the shoe, you come from the bottom, you gotta work your way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan, you come from the top and you gotta work your way to the bottom.
Okay,
it's in a hole.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an experience, but we need to get on that ASAP, man.
Yeah, we need to, like I said, man, live sports is my thing, man. So I'm always down. And then the One Bowl is here every year, Music City.
Yeah, I mean, from a TV perspective, I like watching the Music City game because it I think it usually pairs a middle of the pack SEC and a middle of the pack ACC. Usually makes for a good game, and from our point of view, Nashville, is usually not terribly cold in December, so that would be a good one to go to too, because we could hang out and watch a little ball or whatever.
Yeah. Hey man, my secret team is Vanderbilt, dog.
Well, you must not be planning on going bowling then.
Man, I think Music City tickets was like $20 too, man. Like it's not an expensive game, man. I think this year was Iowa.
Was it cold this year?
Had
the cold pass by then.
What day was that? Was that Christmas? That was right before New Year's, wasn't it? It was the Saturday.
It was the playoffs. Iowa and Kentucky was on the day of the playoffs.
Yeah. In Nashville, it was like 60.
Yeah, see, that'd have been love.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it would have been dope. And then Nashville's getting a new stadium in 2026. So that should be it's an indoor, so weather won't even make a difference.
It won't even matter. Okay.
Who getting a stadium?
Titans.
What are they doing? They closing it?
Nah, so that's gonna become a parking lot. They're building the stadium.
What?
Yeah, they're tearing it down. That stadium is, can't
be that old.
97 or 99.
It's probably been there forever. It's had to have been there forever, right?
Yeah, I think it's either, like I said, I think it's 97 or 99. The stadium's been there. So they're gonna play, what's that, 2 more seasons, right? No, 3 more. And then they will move into that stadium and they're going to tear down the old stadium, and the old stadium will become a parking lot. But they're building basically an entire new neighborhood centered around the stadium. It's going to be called like the East Bank District or something like that. With like parks, retail, office space. The renderings look super dope. It'll be the most expensive stadium in the NFL, but it's actually going to be, I believe, the smallest stadium. Like it's only going to seat 60,000.
Hold on, they're knocking down that and making a parking lot. Where's the new stadium going to be at?
In one of the old parking lots. So they're gonna lose parking. One of those seasons, they're gonna lose parking while they build the new stadium. Then when the new stadium is built, they're gonna knock down the old stadium, and that'll become a parking lot, I believe, to replace what they lose. But they're also losing, I believe, Nissan seats 70,000. So this stadium's only going to seat 60. And there was concern that it wasn't going to be big enough to host a Super Bowl. And that's what Nashville really wants. They want a Super Bowl. If you come to Nashville, you see all these cranes in the air. They're building 20 hotels a day, it feels like it. And that's all in preparation to get a Super Bowl in Nashville. And you know what I'm saying? From historicals, I mean, you can see every stadium that's been built in the last decade almost is guaranteed a Super Bowl. It seems like the following year. So they don't waste any time getting a new stadium. I mean, the Super Bowl in the new stadium. Should be dope though, man. They said they didn't want to do 70, I guess, because they want a better viewing experience. So it's not going to be a humongous stadium, but there won't be a bad seat in there at all.
So you're talking about as far as up?
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
it'll probably be more shallow and
Yeah.
I'm saying round. Like I said, you can check it out online. It looked dope, man. It's gonna be closed. I don't know if they went with translucent roof or retractable. I can't remember what they settled on it, even if they have settled on it.
I can admit I'm not a big live sports guy, football wise, because I like to hear what's going on. I like to hear the commentating, what's going on. You just can't hear it live. You know what I'm saying? So, but the experience, all the pregame, the tailgating, all that stuff, you can't, like Eric said, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on your couch.
Yeah.
So it's worth that price of admission to experience that. But you know, I couldn't have like season tickets, I don't think, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't do it. It's just
that's a big commitment, man. That's a big commitment.
If it's a box, probably I could do it.
It's fun,
oh yeah,
like,
I mean, box watching is a whole different experience, man.
So I'm gonna put this in the air, this energy in the air. Once we get this cracked off, we'll have an H&S box.
You know,
and then we gonna get some H&S box.
I don't think I've ever had as fun an experience at a game as when E's company took us to that Reds game.
That was lit.
Yeah.
That was lit.
So you know what I'm saying? Eric's people in Chicago, he had a box at the United Center.
That was lit. I forgot about that one. That was lit too.
So that tournament that comes to Chicago in the United Center is normally UCLA, Kentucky, Ohio State, and
North Carolina.
Yeah.
So we saw them in United Center.
Yeah.
Right by the rafters, by all them jerseys.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, box living is the best way to go, man.
Man, it's not that. I don't want to say it's not that expensive, but if you got
if you get a little crew together,
if you get 10 people to put up, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 or 2,000, you can get a box.
Yeah.
Like I know some regular smuggler people who have box seating, like they not, you know what I'm saying, millionaires or nothing like that. Like they just 10 of their homeboys got together and was like, yo, we're gonna get season tickets to this box.
I mean, and, you know, there's no shame in going in on box. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it was coming. Yeah. I mean, what's better than box?
I mean, if you're not, you know, if you got the finances, go ahead and shell out the money for the box. You know what I'm saying? You'll be cool. I've been sure it's good box.
I've been lucky enough to never have to pay for box. I've always, you know what I'm saying, been
beat up. Are you suggesting we make monthly payments on the box?
if
you can like save up now for the box, like
all right.
I've been in some fine boxes too, man.
Oh yeah, I've been in some of the finer box. That Chicago box was some of the best though, man. That Chi-Town box, yeah, man.
Chicago box, Cincinnati box. I've been somebody had, I think one of my companies I used to work for used to have a box at UD Arena. That one actually was pretty cool too.
After they remodeled it?
No, this is before. Yeah, for basketball. Yeah. It was like right over, basically you looking like right over.
And what other box would there be at UD? Beat up some sort of welcome box? Is that what you're saying?
Well, they are doing a welcomes box over. It was trash box, man.
I can't even, I mean, if you're getting boxed for like D2, like what is UD football, man?
They like D4, ain't they? I don't even know if they D2, man.
Whatever the Pioneer League is.
if you're going box for that, man, you got a problem.
That's dope, man. But man, I don't know if y'all got any. I thought Doug might hop on with us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I did want to give a rest in peace. So one of our classmates passed away recently. From Trotwood, Anya Cooper. So I want to say, rest in heaven to her. You know, my condolences to her and her family. So I don't want to bring the mood down, but
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, death is weird, man. Like it just seems like it just like when it happens, like it just comes. I know they say it always happens in threes,
Please. Yeah, man.
but man, it just
Yeah, it seemed like a lot happened. I don't know, in the last week or whatever.
yeah.
Shout out to Gangster Boo and her fam too, man.
Oh yeah.
That was sad to hear about.
Yeah, and there was some little young cat. I'm not familiar with his music. Big Scar, I believe he was 22. He was signed with I think it was Gucci. I follow all the little hip hop stuff, man, and just like I don't remember so much death in hip hop, man. Like when we was kind of active, or like when we was like that age. It's just once again, I think we said it before, man. Like it's scary being rappers, man. Like I wouldn't. I don't know. So it's a lot going on, man.
It is.
What else? Was it Barbara Walters? Right? I think she.
Yeah, Barbara Walters passed away. She was 90. She had a good life, man. 90 some years old.
Yeah.
Man,
That's all I can remember, man. I think that's all that's interesting that we dive into. Culture wise, I know there was some court decisions. I'm not up on
the lanes and
Meg and Tory, but you know what I'm saying. I don't even want to speak on it because I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
just like that was wild. I don't think that was the outcome that most people that was kind of tapped in and following it expected.
I think he was presumed innocent in a court of public opinion before the facts came out.
Court hip hop, man. No, nobody was. But
I mean, what people thought that he didn't do it?
Yeah.
Man, and once again, I didn't follow it very closely. Like I would just, you know what I'm saying, just scrolling through the timeline, you would see a couple stories. It just seemed like everybody in the case was lying. It seemed like everybody was lying. So you kind of didn't know what to believe, and you didn't know. I didn't think he was gonna be found guilty just because I thought like everybody's lying. Like if nobody's telling the truth, then
I'm like you, E. I didn't follow it at all, but it just seemed like, why would somebody lie about getting shot in the foot? I thought he was guilty from day one. I'm like,
yeah, I mean,
that just doesn't seem like, hey, yeah, this dude shot me in the foot. That seems like a stretch.
Here's one thing that made me question it though, is because he was basically offered, I believe, early on a slap on the wrist, and he was like, "Nah, I didn't do it." So I mean, me personally, like I guess if I did it and they giving me a slap on the wrist, like, "Hey, yo, just plead guilty and you ain't got to do nothing," like, yo, yeah.
What's he got? 20 years?
I don't think they sentenced him yet.
I think he's facing a dub, but he probably only gonna get like maybe like 5 or 6.
I'm not really a fan of his music, so if this takes some of his music off the street,
he's getting deported regardless.
Probably get deported, man.
Where's he from?
Canada.
Oh, just Canada. Yeah, well,
he said, "Oh, just Canada."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, if this gives me a 5-year break from Lane's music, I'm with it.
See, I get off into R&B, so I like Tory Lanes makes fire R&B.
What does he do? Does he rap or does he sing? What does he do?
Both. So
I'm saying, like, I know he's a Drake type of artist, but what does he do primarily?
No, what I'm saying is he's not a Drake. In my opinion, he's not a Drake type artist because he does R&B well. I don't feel like Drake does R&B well. So Tory Lanez will have
he does the best.
I don't really get off into Drake's R&B. Tory Lanez will have like entire R&B projects, like no rapping at all. Like he's not mixing both. He's doing an entire R&B project.
Does he have whole rap projects though? Yeah,
he has whole rap projects, but like his Chicks Tapes mix series, which is like all R&B and like Alone at Prom, like he got some he has a mixtapes where he flips all of these like 80s beats. I think he makes as a R&B artist. I think he's okay as a rapper. I'm not checking for him as a rapper, but if you go back and listen to his R&B mixtapes, and them mugs is fire. Once again, like I said, he's a better R&B artist to me than he is a rapper.
Yeah, I just didn't know what the little dude did. Like I didn't know
the little dude.
He got him the little dude.
I ain't mean to say that. I just
hey, shout out to Tory Lanes, man. Damn, man.
Like I said, man, I'm good with a little breather from Lanes. So take your time, Lanes, before you come out.
What's the craft beer scene in Canada, man?
Man, Toronto. I have no idea, man. But I heard Toronto got nice sweet boxes too.
Oh
yeah, I heard about. Yeah,
I have. I mean, they play sports up there. What are you talking about, Blast?
When is that festival? They got a big old festival some point of year.
Yeah, sports festival.
Nah, it's like the Caravana or something like that.
I was trying to get away from it. B-Dub's bringing us all the way back in, man.
Nah, I'm seriously asking.
I mean, as soon as you said it, he was like, "Yeah."
It's called Carnival, man. They have the carnival every year, man.
I see B-Dub is still taking alley-oops in 2030.
I was trying to get off of it. He was like, "No, bring it back. Bring it back."
Man. It was short anyway. Bring it back.
So you calling him short, huh?
Oh man, I was so far away from that. I mean, shit, he is short to me.
I don't think he's a big
I'll
fellow.
post that little dude.
Yeah, keep calling this man and little dude, and
I'm
I mean, he's like 5'3". They say
I'm
he's like
6'2",
5'2".
man. I might have to yam on that guy.
Yeah, Blast is a big guy, no. I'm medium tall.
medium tall.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Hey,
man.
man.
If ain't nobody got nothing else, did that beer get in? Did it up to a?
It can't get no higher than a 5.
Yeah, it was already a 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
mine got crushed, man. Once again, that was a good beer, man. I would definitely drink it again.
crush that. Hey, we almost made history. First pod out. We almost made 3 5s.
Yeah, that should be the goal, man, to get a pot of all.
I probably got some fire that I can.
You probably could have. Once me and Blast got 2 5s, you probably could have, you know what I'm saying, went reassess your situation. And
I could have pulled a 5. I know I got something in my refrigerator that would have been a 5. But I don't want to force the 5 because if I went with a 5, it would have had to be a stout. And I didn't have enough time to get my stout to where it needed to be. Because that's honestly like if something gonna be a 5 from me, it's more than likely gonna be a stout.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a stout.
I don't think I've had a 5 that wasn't a stout.
I'm trying to think back, man. We need to hire somebody, one, to go back and listen to all of our podcasts, rank all of the beers that we had.
I know just the guy.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, I'm thinking like, hey,
we all know just the guy.
Oh,
I know what he's talking about, man. It took me a minute, man.
If he wants to do that grunt work, he can do it.
We about to wrap this joint up, man.
Yeah, I knew he would wrap up there.
Hey,
I know just the guy.
Hey, once again, man, Hops and Stocks Podcast. We want to thank all y'all that's been tuning in over the past 2 seasons. We hope to bring y'all more great content, guests, beer reviews. We're looking to be a lot more active than we were last year as far as our own business. So hopefully that translates into more, you know what I'm saying, information that we can pass along to the listeners as we hop into some different endeavors. I know myself, I've been looking at some multi-family properties, hoping to cop something really, really soon, as well as growing my credit business. So if you got jacked up credit, Eric's Credit Solutions on all platforms. And if you ain't following us on Instagram or Facebook, won't promote the Facebook too much. I think it's only like 4 people on there because we won't really post on there. Twitter. Yeah, look for merchandise and probably an official website coming in this first quarter.
And definitely at a brewery near you.
Yeah, like I said, we had a meeting and we want to be more business centric this year, promoting the brand and pushing merchandise and really take this thing to the next level, man. So appreciate all y'all been rocking with us, and we out.
Peace.
Shell of a man if we ever depart from our heart to I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you.
Hops and Stocks Podcast is presented by Hunter Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice. Trademark copyrighted by Hunter Spoke Media Group.